Let's look at the premise on this one. As Americanized kids get older, they drift away from family love. But we're Israelites. We're a little different, right? I mean, you've seen it. Kids that are Americanized, the mom reaches out for a hug towards the teenager, oh, stop, mom. The dad reaches out, come on, mom, stop. Come on, stop, dad, stop, right? That's not the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be affectionate. There are some families out there that, the father will be like 60 years old and the 40-year-old son will just run up and give him a hug for no reason. Run up and give that mom a hug for no reason. Just genuine love, right? That's how it's supposed to be, all right? So let's get into this. But wait a minute. There are some things that can destroy that I want to talk about. That's why you have scriptures like provoke not your children to anger, right? Instead, promote kindness, promote love, right? Also, we can't be drama queens. We can't be too emotional. We can't be so full of ourselves that we can't forgive either. There's a balance, right? We got to treat each other right and force, force against, the wickedness of the world. Fight against the wickedness of the world and promote genuine, generational, unconditional, unlimited love. All right, let's go. Lifelong affection as a mirror of the divine order, the patriarchal blessing and generational continuity. Okay, Genesis 48 and 9 through 16. And Israel beheld Joseph's sons and said, who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, they are my sons, whom the Most High have given me in this place. And he said, bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for his age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them. You think they was like, oh man, stop, I don't even know you, all right? And he kissed them and embraced them, because that was our culture. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face, and lo, the Most High has shewed me also thy seed. And Joseph brought out from between his knees, and bowed himself with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand towards Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought them near him. Okay? And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly. For Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph and said, the Most High, before whom the fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the power which fed me all my life long unto this day, the angel which redeemed me from all evil, blessed the lads. And let my name be named on them, and the name of thy fathers, Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. Right? This Israelite thing, this law thing, this lifestyle of Christ thing is supposed to be generational, right? This love thing and affection thing. Look at this family right here. Genesis 33 and 4. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell upon his neck and kissed him, and they wept. So you even got that, right? Right? Amongst other nations, you'll see this. So you bet your bottom dollar that amongst the nation of Israel is supposed to see what? Love, connection, bonding. The father and the son, the grandfather and the grandchildren, the grandfather and the son and the daughter, right? The unending bond of maturity and kinship. See, that's the thing that keeps families strong, is maturity. Immaturity destroys a lot of things, right? The unending bond of maturity and kinship, Genesis 46 and 29 through 32. And Joseph prepared his chariot and went up to meet Israel his father to Goshen, and presented himself unto him. And he fell on his neck and wept on his neck a good while. And Israel said unto Joseph, now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art alive. And Joseph said unto his brethren and unto his father's house, I will go up and shew Pharaoh, and say unto him, my brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me. And the men are shepherds, for their trade hath been to feed cattle. And they have brought their flocks and their herds and all that they have. So here you have it, man. This is a sign of forgiveness for those of you that don't know the story. Jacob was sold by his brothers. They were jealous of him because they felt like the father loved him more, and they sold him. He ended up in Egypt, and when they reunited, instead of being bitter, instead he welcomed them in their trade, in their cattle, their flocks, their herd, the entire family. Forgiveness. Genesis 50:1. And Joseph fell upon his father's face and wept upon him and kissed him. Right? These are old men. Okay, this is not anything non-scriptural. And remember, the Most High is a man of war. We are warriors. All these men were still warriors, but they understood how to love. They weren't afraid to love, to show physical affection. These men were complex, right? They weren't just, one-sided. The community recognition of the elder parent. 2 Enoch 64:3-7. Just to add a little, twist to it. Excuse the plane. I'm outside enjoying the weather. And the elders of the people and all the community came. Right now you might be hearing some wind. I want you to embrace the sounds. I'm sitting outside. You might hear the airplane above me. You might hear children. There's a bunch of children around me playing, but they're further away. You might hear the sway of the trees. Embrace it all, right? 2 Enoch 64:3-7. And the elders of the people and all the community came and prostrated themselves and kissed Enoch. See that? And they said unto him, "Oh, our father, Enoch, may you be blessed of the Most High, the eternal King. And now bless your sons and all your people, that we may be glorified in your sight today. For you have been glorified by the Lord for all your life, until the present day." So these were, children. These were people that understood the true value of a man. They loved Enoch. They loved their father because they knew that he was a man of God, and they respected that. But you have always gone away like snow and returned like the sun, because he was out serving the Most High and doing the will of the Most High. For who is he who can see his face, and who can look upon his face, seeing it is like the sun shining, and who can bear your single appearance? And Enoch answered them all of his people, and said, "Hear me, my children, today. Before all the creatures were created, the Most High created the age of creation, and after that, the visible and invisible creation." All right, so just to kind of show you throughout the records that I just want to focus on the premise, right? The love, the generational love, the connection between the generations. Nowadays, you have a separation of the generations, right? One generation doesn't get along with the next generation. Back then, all the generations were intertwined. Let's go back to the Bible. The eternal seal of parental love across the lifespan. This is a lifelong thing. Genesis 45:15-21. And he kissed all his brethren and wept upon them. And after that his brethren talked with him. And the fame thereof was heard in Joseph's house, saying, "Joseph's brethren are come." And if it please Pharaoh well, and his servants, and the Pharaoh said unto Joseph, "Say unto thy brethren, this do ye, lade your beast, and go, get you into the land of Canaan, and take your father and your households, and come unto me, and I will give you the good of the land of Egypt. And ye shall eat the fat of the land. Now thou art commanded, this do ye. Take you wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones, and for your wives, and bring your father and come. Also, regard not your stuff, for the good of all the land of Egypt is yours." And the children of Israel did so. And Joseph gave them wagons according to the commandments of Pharaoh, and gave them provisions for the way. Now let's jump over to the book of Ruth, 1:14. And they lifted up their voice and wept again. And Oprah kissed her mother-in-law. So now it goes, further into what? The mother-in-law, right? Crossing over through marriage. But Ruth clave unto her. Family was a historical importance. Okay? It says, and they lifted up their voice and wept again, and Oprah kissed her mother-in-law. And Ruth clave unto her. Okay? Look at that picture right there. That should be every one of our families, right? Okay? No matter what you look like, this is how we should treat each other. This is the love and the affection, the genuine joy that we should feel amongst one another. Josephus, Antiquities of the Jews, Book 2, Chapter 7. And when he was come near Goshen, wherein Jacob was, Joseph took 5 of his principal brethren to present them to his father. When he had translated his habitation, while the rest stayed behind, he also brought his father and brethren to Pharaoh. And when they were come and had properly saluted him, he desired to know what labor they followed. And when they told him that they were shepherds, he kept them in the same employment and gave them the land of Goshen for their habitation. Love, forgiveness, unity, affection. We see it all in our records. And that's just, I kind of wanted to stick with the story of Joseph, but there's many, many more, right? And the reason why I stuck with the story of Joseph, right, was because Joseph could have felt like he had every reason to be bitter, every reason to hate and not forgive, but instead he did the complete opposite. He showed affection, he showed kindness, he showed physical affection, love, hugs, support. That's what it is, right? Lifelong affection, guys. Generational continuity.